Maybe Shannon, if you could tell me like, oh, I don't want your cup in the shot, but it's not. It's really not. I'm putting it a little bit higher. Yeah, maybe if you could tell me like.
Oh yeah, one of the other really cool things is it's quite bright when it's captured right, but the snap-in prescription glasses is super clever, man.
Yeah.
This has the magnetic points here, right? Or they're just metal studs. I guess the magnets are probably in the little inserts, but it's beautiful, man.
Yeah. So in a VR headset, the entire world is rendered, and so you can just adjust the focus on the device. For AR, we use the clip-in model because we need to correct the prescription for the display as well as the real world. So if you have astigmatism or something, I don't want to just adjust the focus of the display. I want you to see and interact with the real world naturally as well.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you're solving a problem by helping people with who require prescription glasses so they can see the real world and the display at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
And you can get standard diopters through ODG, or we have a partner company you can send optical prescription to. Specific prescription fixes your IPD and astigmatisms and anything else that goes along with a full optical prescription.
Right. Now, will this model support the clip-on?
So this still has its full USB-C.
Okay. I mean the telephoto.
We don't have the header.
Okay.
We did the stereo 1080p, so you can stream stereo see-through to the two eyes.
Okay.
Or for telepresence, you can stream stereo video to a remote assistant.
Yeah.
So this product can help people with ordinary vision problems, even if like prescription glasses won't work for them. Let me turn this back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you can just say, make this bigger for me.
Yeah.
What's the phrase?
So one of our partner companies, New Eyes, has an application you can load on the glasses, and then with voice control, you can say glasses make bigger, glasses change color, and it helps adapt this view of the world to whatever optical problem you have. The two major ones are retina pigmentosis and macular degeneration.
Our original idea was it's virtually a slider that changes the opacity of the lenses. That's in effect what you guys do, is you can just change modes from basically blanking it at high brightness through, so you have a VR application, or lower opacity and you have AR, you can see through to the real world.
All of our current shipping devices come with photochromic shields to accommodate indoor versus outdoor.
Right.
There's market timing issues with the active system and power budgets and things like that, but that's definitely a shared vision.
Yeah, and the dynamic lighting, it's a great idea too. If you have an outward-facing light meter, and as you swing around, it'll be darker here and lighter here, or what have you.
Production R7 glasses can do that.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you that in the demo room.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
Is this a product that you could easily imagine like wearing like on an airplane or something?
Oh yeah, definitely. I could see wearing this for a good 4 hours or so without fatigue. My ears might start to get a little tired after 4 or 5 hours. I don't know for sure, but it's orders of magnitude lighter than other headsets out there. So
how is the battery life?
The battery life is very similar budget to a cell phone. This being the new Snapdragon 835 processor inside the glasses, it's about 40% more efficient than the previous generations. And so we're able to keep a very small, lightweight battery profile. Everything's internal, fully embedded. You can watch movies for 5 to 6 hours. You can do augmented reality like we're doing in the demos, 1 to 2 hours, no problem.
So I saw a light field demo where someone where you were streaming something to the glasses. Now, is that something that I could run from my computer, or how does that?
Yeah, so the streaming content and the streaming rendering services that will be supported in the production device, those can run from your local desktop computer or from a cloud subscription, or even from your cell phone in your pocket. So really it's a very dynamic, flexible system based on just where you are, what your environment is. And obviously with that, octa-core processor inside, most of the demos you've actually seen were all rendered on board in real time. If you have a desktop setup, Otoi, for example, one of our partner companies, has streaming services that window anything on your desktop straight into the glasses with very low latency and buffering. Or cloud services, it just depends on what your content is and where it lives naturally. There's also different levels of photorealism, based on bandwidth, based on how much onboard processing you want to do versus offboard processing. It's a very dynamic setup.
So this is like, I could think of this as like something like where you have like a client PC where I'm streaming my desktop to my tablet.
Sure.
Only now I can stream my Windows holographic or something like whatever's on my PC. I can stream them to my glasses, sort of.
You could.
Cool.
Yeah.
With full Unity and Unreal support on board, with Qualcomm's VR Toolkit, you can also do it all on board. So it just depends on, you know, how you want to spread your power budget versus photorealism versus latency versus bandwidth. You know, if you're on an airplane, you might not have great Wi-Fi to your home desktop, so you might do something more local. So it's really flexible. With AR, one of our guiding rules of all of our product development is we can't mess with your real view of the world, right? And so if you need glasses to comfortably, you know, read street signs and things like that, we want to provide that same capability.
Yeah, and I mean, the vision correction there, but also the like macular degeneration.
Yeah, for
show color or whatever it was, it's awesome.
yeah, changing contrast and color
Yeah.
to accommodate for whatever eye conditions you might have.
Yeah.
One of the things that I saw with the R9 product, which is this product's predecessor, is doing that beautiful 4K screen, and just like it grabbed like the IMAX screen, right? It's just like your company seems to be very focused on the optics and really, you know, delivering.
Yeah, I mean, it started from our background in industrial and government work, where if I have a wiring diagram or a map or something, I can't have a chunky resolution and alias all the lines.
No.
I can't have color errors, you know, making one wire look the wrong color or not be able to tell the difference between a river or a river. So it kind of started there, but that really taught us how important information is. If information is important, then you need to be able to read text. You need to go to the New York Times website and have a little serifs nice and sharp on all the fonts. And then if you're really watching a movie, we're used to beautiful iPads, we're used to beautiful televisions on our wall, and you know, these cinematic experiences in the theater. I'm not going to put down one of those devices and wear glasses unless I get a similar visual experience. And so we're strong believers in that. And so we developed high image quality systems as our first priority, and then over the years have worked on smaller and smaller and lighter weight packaging to where now it's 4 ounces in a pair of sunglasses practically. For us, for immersive, emotion-driven AR experiences, if I'm looking through at the real world, unlike VR, where you can suspend disbelief after a while, you get used to the pixels, you start ignoring them, you're more worried about the ship coming from the side. For AR, you always have the reminder of what the real world looks like. And so your rendering needs to fit into that real world image quality, or you don't believe it emotionally.
So what are some of the other technical innovations about this that you're very proud of that people may not know about?
Oh man.
There's the modularity, right? Do you still have the same modularity with the R8 as the R9?
So all of our devices support USB-C device host. So you can plug in any accessories if you're a developer. Bluetooth 5.1 in these versions, Wi-Fi AC. So it's very functional as far as getting data on and off the platform, having accessories. At the same time, it's all about being configurable for the user. So the shields are removable, photochromic. You can have a fully dark out VR experience, or for people with vision problems where sunlight actually disrupts their vision and causes streaking in their eyes. You can actually do through camera view of the world and assist their vision. All the ergonomics are adjustable so that you can have movable nose bridge. Very flexible. The temples can be replaced for different head sizes. It's really just making something lightweight and affordable for the average person to have these experiences that have been available to the government and industry. Is really a game changer in our opinion.
So what I'm seeing is a headset is very modular. Like you can do adjustments for different head sizes, and people can add like biometric sensors to it or whatever. Like the hardware hackers should love this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Health hacking is a big thing, right? So you can have remote sensors on your body, giving feedback. You can have wired sensors. A lot of EEG work going on for mental health and for treating traumatic brain injuries, things like that, to just simply optimizing your performance if you're an athlete. There's a number of different industries that having an open platform like this is very powerful and enabling.
So are bicyclists using this, or would it maybe some sports runners?
Yeah, we've mostly focused on our current product in the industrial side, so military and training and some athletics, and now bringing that over to more of a consumer experience. So streaming that first-person view of an athlete doing amazing things is very empowering, especially from your home when you're watching the Super Bowl through the helmet of the guy on the field. It's an amazing experience. And you'll see a lot of these experiences start to show up in a consumer context soon.
But you've been helping the military and also like the medical for a long time. You've been serving. So maybe I know your company already has some accomplishments with the medical field in terms of maybe you can speak to that and what you're going.
Absolutely. There's a lot of existing processes in the medical field that are constricted by the technology that's been available in the past. So if you're getting a simple rotator cuff surgery or something, even with very sophisticated technology like advanced 3D scanning, 3D printing, they print a model of the shoulder joint, they know exactly what they want to do, but when you're lying on the table, you have to get the shoulder into the exact same position and scan. Yeah, so with advanced 3D scanning, you might have a perfect model of the shoulder. You might know exactly where the pin needs to go to fix a rotator cuff or something. But when the person's laying on the table, the posture that they're in, the tissue that's around, it makes it very hard to see exactly the references that you see in your 3D printout. And so with this low-powered live scanning that's available now, that might be up on a screen, but you aren't able to see that while you're looking at the patient. So now with augmented reality, you can actually have an arrow pointing the exact angle that the pin goes. That way you need a very tiny incision just to get the pin through and the tools through. You don't need a big incision to clear enough tissue away to see the joint itself. And so the operations now are a fraction of the time, the recovery time is a fraction of the time, revisits to the hospital a fraction of the time. And so medical billing through to just patient comfort, all of that has a huge increase in throughput and efficiency and cost.
So, like funding-wise, is this company, what's the situation?
So we've been self-funded for over a decade.
Okay.
Government contracts in the early days.
Nice.
Sold some technology to our friends up in Redmond right before their project kicked off.
Yeah.
And then we just did our first outside funding round ever to help with the transition to a consumer.
Okay.
And we just closed that in the fall. It was led by 21st Century Fox, a parent company. So
Okay.
Fox movies, sports, news.
Right.
We also have a strategic partnership with China Mobile for
Okay.
Asia, for China.
Okay.
They have over 800 million subscribers, so more than twice the U.S. population.
Huh.
What are the conclusions that you can draw from trying it out today?
Well, the things that I really like about it, well, this one doesn't have it, but I really like the pass-through optics that you can strap on an additional camera out here that can, zoom in, zoom out, deal with vision problems. Like, that's amazing. The pass-through camera is amazing. The inside-out tracking works pretty good. We give it like 80%.
Being calibrated still.
Yeah, 80% or so. The field of view is not that noticeable. I mean, I like what breadth of view, like height. So it's kind of hard to work out with this sort of a structure because you're reflecting down and over, right? You can only reflect, unless you do like a near field projector or something like that, where you can kind of go this way and then down, you would eliminate that problem, I think. Not that it's a problem for most people, but as an AR goggles, I noticed it clipping sometimes.
Yeah. Keep waiting for software updates.
Okay. But yeah, industrial design wise, it's great. Seems pretty sturdy. I really like that connector on the top, man. That's a great little bit.